from the beautiful coral sand dunes of southern Utah. But I'm not hunting for the sand. I'm hunting for these Goliath ponderosa pines, like this one, growing in these little pockets. Holy shit. And then another one here. These are elders, hundreds of years old. Largely protected by fire, by stream fire, by their isolation surrounded by the sand dunes. Although they're so beefy, they could probably survive a lot of fires. And then you have some junipers here, Utah juniper, some prickly pears, got big sagebrush going there, got bunch grasses, sand rice grass. It's an incredibly scenic landscape with the orange sand dunes contrasting the seafoam green of the sagebrush and other shrubs. I see some other large ponderosas over there, and that's where I'm gonna hunt next. We got a manzanita here. Look at that beautiful red bark, adding to the rich colored palette of the area. I love a manzanita. And nice elder. How beautiful. Going right by this OHV trail. Another sizable one. Wow. I like how isolated this one is. Look at all this stuff. All those cones. Claiming its territory. Nothing can grow directly under it. A good view of all the different groves scattered throughout the sand. Just so you guys know, it's freaking freezing up here, and I didn't bring gloves. Kind of dying. But if you look over there, the sand dunes ends, and it just straight into a very dense ponderosa pine forest. Got a nice gamble oak here that has leafed out. Got a really nice green color to it. The cool thing about the gamble oak too is in the harsh environments where it often grows, it's actually more successful at reproducing asexually, vegetatively. So cloning itself. And this is kind of what's going on here, is all of these different trunks and leaves, they're all the same genetic individual, and it's just kind of cloning itself in this circle. So this clone could be very old because the one seed did germinate, which created the first tree, but after that it's been cloning, and the first tree could have died a long time ago. This yucca here also is cloning itself as well. As you can see this cluster growing on this mound. I think it's narrow-leaf yucca. Here's another beautiful Gamble Oak colony right there. And it's also grown on this mound. Even way bigger than that one. So God knows. This might be a very old clone too. You can see the larger individuals back there, like kind of surrounding it are these more shrubby ones. I'm actually thinking it might be possible, it might be the same clone, because look at this crazy bark system. And then looks like it comes down and connects to here somehow. So it's very possible that they're both the same clone, but they grow best in these mounds. So that's why it's not growing in the middle. It's freaking crazy. Wow. That's insane. You see, it also seems like what's happening is the tree falls over. It's also resprouting from there. So it's it's a different kind of impressiveness than a large ponderosa pine, but it's just as magnificent. Something interesting down here. Looks like it's a basin bottom where a lot of water runs off to. It's crazy just seeing these dead trees and dunes. Imagine like there could be a good spot for a tree to grow, and then the dunes can move and shift, and then now it no longer gets the water, or it's just no longer a good spot. It's fascinating. Oh, it's burnt. Yeah, the fire goes here. Looks like what do we got here? Can't see a note this is. That's like a willow. It's a willow. Reminds me a bit of the Oregon dunes, which do have a confluence of forests and dunes coming together. They also have lakes there, which is super cool. Here we got a rare, endangered, and threatened plant. Welsh's milkweed, Asclepias welshii, and it only grows on a few select sand dunes in northern Arizona and southern Utah. And it's not flowering yet. You can see it just popping out of the sand like that. So it'll probably be flowering in a few weeks. But it's really cool to see that one. Another isolated giant. Look at that. It's got its own little walls. It's just magnificent. Its branches are practically touching the ground on almost all sides. It's hanging down like that. In its own little pocket. It showed you massive ponderosa pines sprawling, cloning Gamble Oaks, but here's a juniper, Utah juniper. It's amazing to me how this landscape just shapes the way all these different trees grow. I mean, junipers are very long-lived. Another fucking immense juniper. Look at that. Holy crap. This one is seriously impressive. God knows how old this thing is. could be over 500 years old. Well, the hunting is over for now, but I want to give you this beautiful view from the dunes out into the mesas, plateaus of Utah.